It was a moonless night when Jack and Sarah's car sputtered to a halt outside the gas station. They were lost, the GPS leading them astray into the desolate countryside. Relieved to find civilization, they pulled in, the glow of the station casting long shadows across the empty parking lot. As Jack filled up the tank, Sarah wandered inside to use the restroom. The interior was dimly lit, the fluorescent lights flickering ominously overhead. She hurried down the narrow hallway, the sound of her footsteps echoing in the silence. But when she reached the restroom door, she hesitated. Something felt off, a chill creeping up her spine. Ignoring her instincts, she pushed open the door and stepped inside. The restroom was empty, the stalls shrouded in darkness. Sarah quickly did her business, eager to get back to Jack. But as she washed her hands, she heard it, a soft whisper, barely audible over the sound of running water. She froze, her heart pounding in her chest. The whispering grew louder, a cacophony of voices echoing off the tiled walls. Terrified, Sarah stumbled out of the restroom and back into the main room where Jack was waiting. He looked at her, concern etched on his face. "Are you okay?" Sarah shook her head, unable to speak. She grabbed his hand, pulling him towards the door. They needed to leave to get away from this place. But as they reached the exit, a figure stepped out of the shadows, blocking their path. It was the gas station attendant, his eyes hollow and empty. "You shouldn't have come here," he said, his voice a low whisper that sent shivers down their spines. "This place, it's cursed." With that, he disappeared back into the darkness, leaving Jack and Sarah alone in the empty gas station, the whispering voices growing louder with each passing second. Years passed, but the legend of the gas station endured. Locals avoided it, believing it to be cursed by some malevolent force. But for those who dared to venture there, the horrors that awaited were beyond imagining. One night, a group of friends decided to test their courage and visit the gas station. They laughed and joked as they pulled into the deserted parking lot, unaware of the terror that awaited them. As they filled up their car, one of the friends noticed something strange about the old pump. It seemed to be breathing, inhaling and exhaling in rhythmic pulses as if it were alive. Curiosity piqued. They approached the pump, their laughter fading into nervous whispers. They reached out to touch it, but as their fingers made contact, a piercing scream echoed through the night. The pump convulsed, tendrils of darkness wrapping around their arms, dragging them towards its gaping maw. Panicked, they struggled to break free, but the pump held them fast, feeding off their fear and anguish. In the end, only silence remained, the empty gas station bearing witness to yet another tragedy born of its cursed existence. It was a stormy night when Tom found himself stranded on the side of the highway, his car broken down and his phone without signal. Desperate for help, he set out on foot, hoping to find a passing motorist who could assist him. Hours passed, but no one came. Exhausted and soaked to the bone, Tom stumbled upon the gas station, its neon sign flickering in the distance like a beacon of hope. Relieved, he hurried towards it, the rain pounding down around him. But as he approached, he noticed a figure standing by the side of the road. A hitchhiker, thumb outstretched in search of a ride. Despite the storm, Tom felt compelled to help. He pulled over and rolled down the window, offering the stranger a lift to the gas station. But when the hitchhiker climbed into the car, Tom's blood ran cold. There was something off about him, something unnatural. Ignoring his instincts, Tom drove on, the gas station looming ahead like a fortress against the storm. But as they approached, the hitchhiker began to change, his form twisting and contorting in the darkness. Terrified, Tom slammed on the brakes, the car skidding to a halt outside the gas station. He turned to confront the hitchhiker, but to his horror, the seat beside him was empty. Shaken, Tom stumbled out of the car and into the gas station, the sound of his own heartbeat drowning out the whispering voices that echoed in the darkness. As dawn broke on the horizon, the gas station stood silent and empty, its secrets buried beneath layers of rust and decay. But for those who had encountered its horrors, the scars would never fade. Jack and Sarah, Tom and the group of friends, they had all been touched by the darkness that lurked within its walls. But as they went their separate ways, they carried with them a newfound understanding of the world around them, a knowledge that some things are better left undisturbed. For the gas station was not just a place of fuel and convenience. It was a gateway to another realm, a realm of shadows and whispers, where nightmares roamed free and the line between reality and madness blurred beyond recognition. And though the gas station may have faded into obscurity, its legend would endure, a cautionary tale whispered around campfires and shared in hushed tones on dark and stormy nights. For in the end, the true horror of the gas station was not in its crumbling facade or its haunted pumps, but in the darkness that dwelled within the hearts of those who dared to seek it out.